any one of us that run a business or work for a company, it is always important to start to look from the outside, customer first, right? What do they desire? They desire a service that they can count on at any point in time. And when you start to look at what happens with technology infrastructure or the technology fleet at any company, over time you build many different applications, many different platforms. You have dependencies on many vendors and providers and such. There's a lot of complexity. And when you look at the people that are accountable for infrastructure, including the reliability engineering team, there's a pyramid of work. And in that pyramid of work, at the bottom is all of the mundane day-to-day stuff, which is extremely repetitive and it's not satisfying for anyone. It's reactive in many cases. In fact, that is what actually reduces the quality of life of an engineer at a company. And those are the kinds of things that you actually, in many ways, I always say you want to take humans out of harm's way and allow for something that can take care of those mundane things on a continuously regular basis to ensure that you express what your infrastructure needs to be like. And there is a system that's always ensuring that it remains that way. When you get up to the middle of that pyramid of work, you get into looking at incidents or situations that autonomous computing cannot answer. It's something that is very rare, and it's something that only IQ can actually handle. AI can't handle. And in that case, SRE they're not up every day in the morning dealing with like the repetitive mundane stuff. So when something like that happens, they can do that with the full presence of all of their experience and all of their mind at that point. And then the top of that pyramid of work is for SREs to take the system and make it even better. Take on paradigms of infrastructure, some of which I mentioned, like infrastructure as code, the concepts of resiliency, model-driven infrastructure, and so on, and continue to build it in a way that creates that sustainability for the long term, right? So shape it in a way that becomes durable and adaptable for the future. That's where SRE should be. Not figuring out like one host that has a misconfiguration or one system that somehow is dealing with a latency issue which just requires a rollback. So it's not about that. Those tasks is what autonomous computing needs to take care of. So SREs can actually focus on higher order work and make the infrastructure even better. All towards what? Serving that external customer, giving them a delightful experience, one that they can count on every single time they come to this platform. That's what needs to occur. So I don't think so. I don't think this takes away an SRE's job. It just elevates an SRE to truly do what an SRE is meant to do. Being proactive, thinking from an engineering and architecture perspective, making the system more robust and more resilient so it can serve the purpose and the mission they first signed up for with the company. Not just being up at night or too early in the morning, focusing on things that don't bring satisfaction, don't bring any kind of happiness or engagement to them. That should be taken care of by some system that can step in and help them step up.